Hey, everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? We're so happy you're here. Tonight is Tuesday, February 3rd. We're in February already. Um, our wonderful special guest tonight is the gorgeous and extremely talented and sweet as can be, Ann Kittredge. Leo, hit that promo.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and my nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Welcome back. We're so glad you're here. So it's still very cold outside, but it is not as cold as it's been. It's not in the single digits or the teens. Today was 31 degrees. So it was like a regular winter day, but it has been, I don't know about where all you folks live, but a lot, our friends are all over the country, but even in Florida, it was freezing. California, not so much. They're doing great. Look who's checked in. Oh my God, Liz Goldenberg. Wow. Hi from Pittsburgh. Have missed the show so much. But 4 a.m. comes around very early. I know, Liz, you have an early morning. And I know you were visiting your wonderful mom recently. Please, when you talk to her, tell her I love her. Myrna Goldberg is one of my favorite people. One of the smartest people I ever met in my life. What a historian. We had her on the show. We had Liz and Myrna on the show, and that was one of my favorite shows, Liz. But anyway, so welcome, Liz and Danielle Alexandria Alchemy, our wonderful friend. Happy first Tuesday in February, Maria Leo, and What's the Story with Maria Crew. Same to you, Danielle. And I got to tell you, Danielle is a psychic. She's a medium, a teacher. She does past life regressions, spirit animal readings, all kinds of extremely fascinating and interesting things. And I would not promote Danielle unless I was absolutely blown away by her in my own experience. So we love Danielle. She's become a very good friend, but she's really great at what she does. So if you're someone that really enjoys that kind of thing or is curious about it, go to Danielle Alexandria alchemy.com and check out all the things that she offers. I personally got the quantum session. I also got a spirit animal reading at some point. But I purchased the quantum session and the spirit animal reading for many of my friends and family over the years, and they make amazing gifts. People are blown away. And it actually also is peace of mind. It's like sometimes you wonder about things, and Danielle really covers a lot of territory. So go and check her out. So we're in the middle of winter, and what's coming up this weekend? The Super Bowl. Oh my God. I usually say to people that I'm usually always on a diet, except from Halloween to the Super Bowl. And people laugh. They're like, well, that's a strange time. Like, no, there are too many parties and reasons to eat delicious food. So after this weekend, although I've been pretty good, after this weekend, I'm back on watching what I'm eating. Because Judy and I and a few other people are going to Paris from the, Leo, I don't even know if I told you that, from I think the 19th to the 23rd of this month. So I have to get into something nice. And so I'm going to try not to eat too much junk. But anyway, I think Leo's Paris. I've never been. So wow. Judy's been a few times, but Judy's working on a really important project and she's going to be out there for it. And she said, "Do you want to come?" I was like, "Okay." So that'll be fun, and we might have a crew going out there. Yes, Danielle.
Will it be on Tuesday? Will it be What's the Story with Maria?
Well, I think so. We're going to have to finagle it. I think I'll be in the middle of the night, but I think we might have to do it.
Oh my goodness! You have to wear a beret and you have to have a baguette.
Oh my God! Might have to do that. I have to look at I don't know if I'm traveling. I have to look at it. If not, maybe I don't know. We'll work something out. But anyway, I'm
Before I
excited
forget,
about.
can we do a special shout out?
Hmm.
You okay?
Yeah.
Today's a very special day, which I
Okay.
should have mentioned earlier and I totally forgot. But Mrs. Rodriguez turned 81 today.
Your mom?
Mother. Yep. Happy birthday, Mama.
Oh, happy birthday, Mrs. Rodriguez. How wonderful.
She's babysitting our Gigi Gianna, my niece in Montebello. So my other
Oh,
niece, Danielle, and I, who lives with us here, we sent her edible fruit.
oh, that's so great. That's really nice. I'm glad your mom's doing something that's making her happy like that. She deserves it.
Yep.
Yes, happy 81st birthday to your wonderful mother. That's nice, Leo. I love that. Liz says Myrna sends her love right back. She always asks about you. Well, I'm crazy about your mom, Liz. I just think she's like of another planet, of just a beautiful, beautiful, incredibly intelligent human being. Now, I do want to say, so Rick, Sudi Rick Caritas, hey, buddy. Hello, my favorite people. Rick, I got to tell you, thank you for donating your book, Rainbow Relatives. And we had our Lori Lawrence, benefit. We raised $3,200. And people are still, donations are still coming in because a lot of people couldn't make it, but they're donating. We raised $3,200 for Big Brother, Big Sister. And we had a wonderful time. And then we also had a raffle. And Sudi sent us one of his books. So thank you, Sudi. Sudi says, I remember when I was 81. Hey, Sudi, stop it. I think he's 50 or something.
Hey, Maria, it's February, right? February is Valentine's month.
I know, and I'm very excited about this month and our What's the Story with Maria calendar. Go ahead. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Pardo. Now, I love all my calendar people, but I got to say, I'm especially fond of this one. Look at this little devil with that tushy. Dan Pardo. That's right. This was his idea, by the way. I did not say anything. I just said, Dan, do whatever you want. It's you up to you. And he said, what month am I? I said, how about February? And he went with Cupid and he art directed the whole thing. And well, first of all, we always embarrass him because he has a wonderful tushy, because he is a cyclist. He will cycle for he does those long trips. Thank you, Liz. Mardi Gras, February 17th. Thank you. And anyway, so Dan is a cyclist, and look at what has happened to his backside there because of all that cycling. So he is, I love Dan. I just love him. He's an amazing musical director and a wonderful human being and funny and just a delightful person. So we still have calendars. They're 15. If you want one, please let me know. I can either mail one out to you or get one to you somehow, or I always have them at the duplex. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be there with Michael Isaacs, my buddy for a million years, and I will have them. Oh my God, look at Dan's face. It's even like he really.
Oh yeah, that's right, his face. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he's invested in this. He's committed to his month. And so I'll be there, and also I'm at Brandy's on Fridays and Saturdays, and I always have them with me as well. So if you would like a calendar, please let me know. Okay, so the Super Bowl is this weekend, this Sunday, and I believe usually the show starts around 6-ish, and maybe kickoff at 6:30. If I should know this, but it's usually around there. So it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to. Of course, my Patriots are back after 7 years. I'm very excited about that with a brand new quarterback. His last name is May, and he's a lovely guy. He's married to his childhood sweetheart. They met in 6th grade. How cute is that? So he's one lovely guy. And Rabel, who was in the winning, he was in all the winning Super Bowls that happened a few years back. He is now their new coach. So good things are happening. Also, an amazing team, the Seattle Seahawks, who Gianrique, our friend, is a Seattle Seahawks fan because he's from there. And so Two amazing teams. Also, shout out to the Seahawks because their owner is a woman. So the
Woohoo!
Seahawks, yeah, or I think it's her name is Jody Allen, if I'm not mistaken. So that is really a really cool thing. It's a woman-owned business. So they're both two great teams, and as many people would say, there's going to be a game that happens around the halftime show.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
I thought there was a bunch of commercials that I know there's some Marvel commercials that I'm watching for.
Hmm.
Green Day is opening.
Green Day.
Don't want
Yeah.
to be an American idiot, and then of course I don't know why it's called. It's called the Bunny Bowl, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Bad Bunny Bowl.
So Bad Bunny will be the halftime show. I also heard a rumor that Carlos Santana is going to be there. I mean, how cool is that?
Oh, Maria, you watched the Grammys, right?
I love the Grammys this year. I thought they were phenomenal.
Did you see when Bad Bunny had to compose himself before he got up?
And you know what? I said to Judy, because I was looking at him, and then I looked at his chest, and his chest was going up and down. I said, "Oh my God, he's having like he's really emotional or having an anxiety attack or something." Like you know what I think? What I love about him, and I don't know all his music or anything like that. I've heard it. You know, I mean, my Latin friends certainly play it, and the doorman at Brandy's loves him. Peter Feliciano, our friend Peter of Peter Feliciano Fine Jewelry. He loves Bad Bunny. Well, he's a native of Puerto Rico. But what I love about Bad Bunny is he's very, very, very kind. Like he's a great singer. He's funny. He's sexy. He writes great songs. But he's really a kind-hearted person. Like he specifically just now does concerts in Puerto Rico. He doesn't come to the States because he's afraid
Of ice.
the ice raids at his concert. I mean,
yeah.
first of all, how sad is that you have to even worry about something so awful? But on the other hand, how kind is that of him to say, I don't want people getting scooped up like that or frightened. So just concerts in Puerto Rico, which has helped the Puerto Rican economy, like it's given it such a boom. So I have nothing but respect for the man. And he's sweet and kind. And I even love what he said at the Grammys, which was, you know, it would be very easy to hate right now, but let's just match this moment with love. And
It was very classy.
very classy. I really have nothing but respect and love for the man. And I'm very much looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great time. So that was really special. I love the Grammys this year. I thought they were very hopeful. You know, sometimes what happens with people my age is that, I mean, I'm a musician, so I try to stay up on everything. But sometimes what happens is you feel somewhat out of the loop because you don't know a lot of the songs. I have to stay, you know, in the game because that's what I do for a living. So I have to, but I can understand what people would feel outside. But I will tell you this, please don't let that discourage you because so many of the new musicians now are really amazing, especially like Olivia Dean. I'm so glad she won. She's like a whole new era. It's that, remember when Adele and Duffy, it was that whole like British invasion. They all kind of had that same like 60s girl sound.
Yeah.
This is happening again now. And I really love that era of music. So if you just have to pick one person to listen to, although they're all great, like a lot of them I really, really, really like. But Olivia Dean.
I don't remember his name, but I know he was nominated for.
Oh, Alex. There's an Alex. Yeah. Oh my God, Alex Warren, I believe. He's, oh my God, what a voice. I want to say he's Scottish. There's kind of like that UK invasion happening now with all these amazing singers. So many, and then there's this just like so many Leon Brown. I want to say his name is jazz, incredible vocalist. So there's a lot. Maybe Google like Grammy winners and just give it a listen. Go to Spotify.
There's an American folk singer who sounds a lot like Pete Seeger. His songs have been on the internet, and so I know he was nominated. I don't remember if he won. I think he may have.
Yeah, and then Somber. Are you talking about Somber?
Is that what it was? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's
He's got a really
great.
raspy voice, and he plays the guitar, and he sounds like
Now that's
his
someone
songs
else.
in the protest of the
Yeah,
of the of the 30s. His songs are pretty much like that, and he was
like an
nominated.
Arlo Guthrie type of
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I
So yeah,
personally
you're right.
think,
It's trickling.
yeah, don't let your age deter you from listening to some of these wonderful young artists. Just Google them. Google Grammy winners or Grammy nominees, and then listen to some of the songs. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. And the
All my
message,
kids love that demon.
oh, I
Yeah,
know,
as a matter of fact, they love to sing it for the karaoke and stuff like
the
that. Which I thought
Golden, it's called Golden something. Yeah,
Golden is the song. Yeah,
yeah, that won a Golden Globe Award.
yeah.
So
But
in
it
the
was
next
nominated
few
for a
weeks,
Grammy too.
we're
Crazy.
gonna get a lot of award shows now. This is award show season.
Oh
So
yeah, we got
uh,
Oscars coming up soon.
Oscars coming up soon, and then Annette Zito, our friend who does the Oscar inspired menu, she is going to be joining us the weekend after. She's skiing right now. She's at Mount Snow. My cousin Rena Cruniali Bergi has joined us. Hello and happy Tuesday. Hello, Rena. Nice to see you, my love. I miss you very much. I'm going to try to come home maybe in a month. I think it's going to be a month from now because I have too much going on. But okay, so we covered the Super. Oh, you know what else I want to talk about before we zoom in our beautiful and very talented guest, Ann Kittredge. I want to talk about Hell's Kitchen on Broadway because it's closing February 22nd, so which is a Sunday. I haven't seen it yet. I have to get there because I've heard nothing but amazing things, and everything I saw on the Tonys a few years back, I really want to see it. So I tend to go on Wednesday matinees. And now is a great, if you're in the city or if you're coming to visit New York, now is a great time to get Broadway show tickets because there tends to be a lot of stuff at TKTS, half price tickets. And, in the cold months, people don't go to shows as much and they don't travel as much. And I will say, on a sad note, because of crazy things happening in America and the world, tourism is really down. Tourism is really down in Vegas and New York City. And that makes me very sad. We rely on our tourists and we love our tourists. And so, oh God, I hope things change soon and we can go back to the way it should be. I won't say the way it used to be because there's always a future in the world and there's always hopefully a better future. But let's all pray for peace in the world and wonderful things and forgiveness and reconnection and just we have to, like our Canadians, we used to get so many Canadians, no Canadians, so I'm sending love to all Canadian friends. We have a lot of our friends watch from Canada. We love and appreciate you so very much. Please pay no attention to the news. We have no idea who that person is. Okay, now that I've gotten that off my chest. So we've covered a lot of.
No.
So I'm just going to say that I'm trying to stay in a different mindset. I'm trying to put good into the world. I've been reading this wonderful book for teenage girls. I should send it to you when I'm done, Leo, because if you work with teenage girls, it's a great book. It's called I Would, But My Damn Mind Won't Let Me. And it's about the unconscious mind and how teenage girls a lot of them suffer from depression and anxiety, but it teaches you how to program your unconscious mind with positive things and kick out the negative. So what it's been saying, which I really love, is rather than say, oh my God, I'm so frightened, say, I choose to feel safe. I choose to feel positive. I choose to live in love, like things like that. And what happens to the unconscious brain is you're flipping it. It can only hear one. It takes the image and says, oh, okay, and starts to process it. So anyway, I've been doing a lot of that. Okay. Leo, are you ready? Are we ready to bring in our beautiful, wonderful, talented guest who has 2 shows coming up in the next week? Well, next week, actually. So I think we should bring her in and let's talk about Ann Kittredge's new show called Love for Sale. Shall we? There she is. 10 years in cabaret, my 10 years in cabaret. Can't believe it's only been 10 years.
There's a
is a
song,
pro.
Love for Sale, correct? There's a
Yes,
Love
I
for
want to
Sale.
say It's a Gershwin, isn't it? Well,
I
we'll
think
have
so.
Ann
And
tell us.
we're bringing Ann because I remember that song and being sung by Harvey Firestein in the movie Torch Song Trilogy.
Oh my!
Love for Sale.
It's a Cole Porter.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Okay.
Yeah. So the story behind that song, there is actually a really funny story to that song. So I had taken a sabbatical from my career while my kids were young. And then when they got to the point where they didn't want me anywhere near them, I stepped back in, and that's when I started to do cabaret. And, everyone was like, I don't know if you know Steve Lutfak. Do you know Steve Lutfak? He passed
I
away a
believe,
couple years ago, but
yeah, songwriter.
he won. Yeah, the songwriter.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, he's really wonderful. Anyway, he told me I had to meet Sydney Meyer, who runs Don't Tell Mama. And I was so afraid that he wouldn't like me. I mean, I haven't been performing for a few years, all these different things. And I had the audacity to send him a video of me singing Love for Sale live at my children's elementary school fundraiser.
Listen, you got to do what you got to do.
Now, for those who don't know, the song is about prostitution.
Right.
So it
Well,
was weird. That was a weird one.
listen, as I said, sometimes things just go the way they go.
They just go the way
But
they
it
go.
must have worked because you got booked, right?
Yes, yep, he did. And he's so funny. He said, "I loved your rendition." I was like, "Oh, good."
See, I know, but I want to go back for a second because you said something that it really made my ears perk up. You said my kids were at an age where they didn't want me to go near them, and that's obviously teenage years, right?
Yes, yeah. Up until 11, they love you. They just love you, and
Yeah.
then things go awry. Um, and I think my son was 13 when I finally was like, I got to get back to my career. See you later. But no, but the interesting thing is I have this theory. It's not my theory. I shouldn't say that. But I believe it. And it's called the potted plant parent. And what that is, and my children are perfect examples of this. It's a time period where they really don't want to talk to you. They don't want to have anything to do with you. They're really kind of, really standoffish with you. But you have to be close by.
Mm.
And if you're not close by, being completely ignored, mind you, but if you're not close by, then they can't handle that. There's like a certain anxiety, and it's like this gradual thing. And soon they really, really don't want to be anywhere near you. But that potted plant period, it's charming. It's literally, I mean, I just laughed through it because I would be like, they don't know what the heck they're doing.
Well, you know what? This is so of the moment because I have a grandson now. He's only 7 months. I'm completely in love with him. He's so beautiful. And I've never had children. So my girlfriend has a daughter. And when I met her, she was 9. And so now she's 25 and she has this beautiful boy. And so this is all new to me because I've been around girls before. But so I'm reading this book about mothers and daughters. I'm mothers and sons. I'm sorry. And what you're saying is dead on. It is completely correct. About what you're saying. 11, this woman, this psychologist, I'm sorry, says exactly that. At 11 years old, they start to, and you must let them be independent, but don't go too far away because they still need you. Exactly what you're saying. And also, it's just completely correct. And Leo and I teach teenagers.
I should write a book.
No, I think you should.
Written. It's already been written. I know.
But still, this is great about, going back to work and all that. Also, I used to work with a group of teenagers many years ago, and I would write original songs for their shows. And one of the songs that I wrote was called Be There With Me. And it's exactly what you just said. It's about don't tell me what to do. Don't, I need to do my own thing, but just be there. Just be there with me. They need to find their way. And that was after interviewing mostly boys about how they felt about.
And my
completely correct.
my boy really was more like that than my daughter. My daughter needed it too, but my son was, you know, I took him. He was probably around 13 when I took him. He was so into parkour, and he was so into, like, he was just really into parkour. And there was a parkour festival in San Diego, and so I took him. And after the first day, he made friends, right? And so, and we were all staying in the same hotel. And so on the second day, his new friends were like, "Oh, let's go. Let's, you know, we don't need our parents. Let's just go." And Robbie's like, "Yeah, my son, Robbie, yeah. I'm gonna go with my friends." And I'm like, "Great! I don't have to like hang out at a stupid parkour thing for 8 hours." But I didn't say that, of course. And I said, "Okay, honey." So he went. Less than an hour later, he called me and he said, "Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm still in the hotel, honey." And he's like, "Are you coming?" And I said, "Well, I didn't think so." I said, "You want me to come?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I came, I saw him. 6 hours later, I saw him again. Like, it literally, he just needed to know I was there. And then I
Yep.
never saw him for the next 6 hours. I was like,
This is
"Really?"
exactly what this book talks about.
Oh,
Like
I
that,
couldn't
at
believe it.
different ages, and now
You're
I'm
cool, hon.
yeah, but that's great, and that's wonderful. You have so and how different daughters and sons are, and all that,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And you know, and I always found, because as a teacher, for me, boys were easier for some reason, because I found that I, as a teacher, could tell a boy what I expected from him, and I could listen to what he needed and expected from me, and it was kind of like just black and white.
Yes.
Girls, as a teacher, I'm just speaking as a teacher, were much, and as a step parent, so much more complicated.
Mhm.
I don't know if you agree with that, but like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, my daughter, Teddy, oh my gosh, you know, her teenage years were, oh my gosh. I mean, this woman, she is a woman now, and she's
yeah,
wonderful, and she got her degree in psychology, and she got a minor in
wow,
animal behavior. And then a couple years ago, my mother was sick, and my mother moved in with us, and she ended up dying in our home. And
wow,
during that time, my mother was a very private person, and so she uh, would not allow my son or my husband to really help her because she
hmm.
felt,
So it's
she
private,
wanted.
yeah, I get it. It's a
So it was,
generational thing too.
it is a generational thing. So it was always either me or Teddy was wonderful. She would really step in, and that made her decide to become a nurse. So she's now
Wow,
going to nursing.
that's
So
beautiful.
no,
I
she's really in a good place now. But when she was a teenager, she ran away from home.
Oh yeah, girls are
Um,
so much. They're so
oh my
high drama, high
Oh,
drama. But you know what? So was I as a teenager. I was my poor mother, who was a saint in heaven now. I'm sure. I'm sure she earned her wings just from being my mom. I mean, so, and I loved her. It had nothing to do with her. I had to find my way in the world, you know. So
yeah.
anyway, but I before we talk about your show, I do want to say, because I think about your mother sometimes when I see you, because when during COVID, when I wasn't working, sometimes I would sing songs on Facebook and put my little Venmo, and your mom sent me something. Yeah,
Oh my god.
isn't that something? So this is in 2020, because I
Wow.
remember thinking it's got to be Anne's mom. And like when I think I looked on your Facebook and it was your mom. Isn't that sweet?
And she was still good then. The pandemic did a job on her mental facility, and she did end up having Alzheimer's. But in 2020, she was still very much together.
Wow. Well, you know what? Next time you talk to her in heaven, tell her I said thank you.
Oh, I
Isn't
will.
that sweet? And I thought, what a sweet
Love that.
thing.
That is
But
really something.
let's talk about your show. So you have been in cabaret for 10 years,
Yes.
which is not a long time. I don't think.
Well, at my age it is, but no.
I mean, you're really, really, really talented. And
Oh,
so
thank
for me, I'm like 10 years, that's nothing in this business. So first of all, tell us what you were doing before you started doing cabaret, and what what how did you decide to start? I know you called Sydney Meyer and all that, but what was it that prompted you?
Yeah, no, so, I was I went to Carnegie Mellon University. I am a trained theatrical performer. I did, featured spots on some TV and soap operas and stuff, but mostly it was all live theater. That's my thing. That was my thing.
Mm,
But when I took a few years off, I really felt coming back. First of all, I kind of was worried about being rusty, but also,
sure, any of us would
yeah,
worry about that. Sure.
yeah, and to jump right back into auditions, it's hard to get an audition when you're actively working.
Right.
If you're starting nowhere, it's really hard. And I thought, well, that's not gonna be, that's not the way to start back. So, I really love scaring myself.
Really?
I do, and so cabaret seemed like the perfect choice.
Wow. What sign are you, an Aquarius?
No, I'm a Sag.
Oh, I love Sages. Leo is a Sag.
Mm.
I love Sages.
It's the adventure, it's like Leo, you got
Yes,
it, right?
Hmm.
I
Right?
love that.
Like, well,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that I like scaring myself. Like, I like the challenge. I like the adventure,
Mhm.
so cabaret.
Maria and I talked about that when we were doing my cabaret show. We were talking about you book the date. You book the date, and then there we go. We have a deadline.
that's
Oh,
it.
it's scary.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, we have I know, but I can't even tell you. I had a very busy fall schedule, and we kind of finished everything. Not everything, but we finished the biggest amount of work at the end of October, and I looked at my team and I said, "Oh my gosh!" I said, "I'm releasing a Christmas album, and we haven't even talked about having a release party." We put together a release party show with 6 guests in 4 weeks. Now, I usually work months on a show, and this was like, "Okay, what are we gonna do?" It's like, I can't believe we got it done that quickly, but yeah.
I know sometimes, that's how it goes. It's like, we have really busy lives, or sometimes you're just like, I know I can speak for myself. I'm not completely inspired yet.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
even though I have a date or I know I have to do something, I'm not feeling it yet.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden it comes out of nowhere. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm 3 weeks behind. But then you're in the moment. So, okay. So what if we come to see Ann Kittredge? Okay. Which, by the way, I want to tell everybody, uh, look at that beautiful, Lynn Portis, one of my best friends and my musical director, said that it's such a beautiful poster. I agree, Lynn.
Thank you.
So Wednesday, February 11th, 7 p.m. And then the following Saturday, February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, everybody.
I know. You know how
I
usually
love it.
it's usually dinner and a show, but this
Yeah,
you can do show and then dinner.
right, because I love an afternoon show. It's at
I
4
do.
p.m. I love an afternoon show.
I know,
Um,
me.
it's $25. And I saw something, I don't know if it's too good to be true. It says Mac, $10.
Uh-huh. Well, it's the 10th anniversary, so I thought
That's
Mac members.
amazing.
I said, "Come on, Mac members, we're gonna really celebrate." Yeah,
I
I
mean,
just
you
thought,
can't get anything for $10.
I
Nothing.
know, I know.
You could get a Starbucks and then the tip. That's it. And that's a grande.
Yeah.
So for that amount, I mean, just wonderful. So how long is the show?
We're estimating it's gonna be between 65 and 70 minutes.
Oh,
It
that's
will
nice.
definitely not be over 70.
Yeah. Oh, good. That's a great amount of time.
Yeah.
And so it's your 10 years of being in cabaret. Christopher Denny is your musical director.
Oh my gosh, yes, yeah.
And your director is Barry Kleinbort.
Yes. Do you not know him?
I don't.
Oh my gosh, he
Tell
is.
me. Tell me.
Oh, well, first of all, I think I can't say first and foremost, but he's an excellent lyricist and writer.
Oh, okay.
He writes, specialty material for all of his clients, and I'm one of them, and I'll be singing some of his specialty lyrics.
Oh,
We do this.
cool.
He wrote an entire second verse to accentuate the positive that was written by Johnny Mercer.
Mm.
And it's so good that people have asked me after, I didn't know Johnny wrote a second verse. And I'm like,
Wow.
he didn't. Barry did.
That's great.
And I really trust Barry. I trust them both because, they're, I don't want to work with people who are not going to be honest with me. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
that doesn't sit well with me. And I'm not going to work with people who feel like they always have to be right either.
Right. Well, that's a very good point. So that the balance that you're talking about is not always easy to find.
It isn't. And it took me a while to find it. And I found it with these two guys. And there are times when we create an arrangement, I'm not exaggerating, in minutes. Like sometimes we're just like, we've had some other ones that took us months, but it's been crazy, honestly, how many we've been able to do really quickly. And it's just because we're so in sync. They
Mm.
understand what I can do. They understand that I need to be stretched. They understand that I'll get bored if they don't, push me.
I love that.
And one of the things that's really, I'm not going to say what, because you'll have to come to the show if you want to find out. But this is the first time I've done a show in which several people who I've never met, I don't know them, reached out to Barry, my director,
Mm.
and requested a specific song.
Really?
So we're going to do it. We're going to do it in the show. But I mean, I
Wow.
was like, oh my gosh, like that's very cool.
It is very cool. Do you tend to have people that obviously you do, that come back to the shows, to your shows time and time again? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. I like
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's also, I do think it's a never ending, even theater is the same. It's the same, but I mean, it's a never ending learning curve. There's no, oh, I finally can do it. There'll never be that moment. You have great shows, you have great moments and things like that, but it's gonna always be different.
Yep,
And
I agree. And my dad used to say that. He'd say the day that you think you know everything and you're not learning anymore, in his words, time to hang up your shoes. I
yeah,
mean, and it's true. You should always be challenged and learning and want to do better and choosing things that aren't just easy things that you can, have in your back pocket.
right,
So
right.
what can you give us, like a sneak peek of some of the songs
So,
or genre or
so
composers?
we're going to touch upon every show that I've done in the last 10 years. We're going to
Oh,
do
I
it
love that. So it's like an all-star
at
kind of.
least one song from every show that we've done. And then we're also doing a new song because, I said to them, I said, I don't want it just to be a retrospective. I want it to
Mm.
be, what's next. Right.
Right,
So,
right.
and we are going to have a really fantastic surprise that I can't tell you, but that's going to be really something. But yeah,
Cool.
let's see. We're going to have some Cole Porter music. We're going to have some Bob Dylan music.
Oh, great.
We're going to have some Cy Coleman music. I'm trying to think of I'm looking down my list. Who wrote that? I think that was Rodgers and Hammerstein. I think they wrote that.
Well,
So there's
yeah,
there's
classic.
some classic rock stuff and there's some musical theater stuff and
Love it.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Carole King. We're doing a Carole King song. Yeah.
Did you see her at the Grammys? She got at the end, she came out to present and she got a standing ovation just for
Oh,
walking out. And I was so happy. I was so happy. Boy, does she deserve it.
yeah, she does. And I don't know if you were aware of this, but her daughter's ex-husband, who his name is Robbie Condor. I don't know if you know him,
No.
but even after they her daughter and Robbie divorced, they've stayed very close. They celebrate holidays together, and Robbie is a brilliant, brilliant pianist and arranger.
Really?
And he has continued to work with Carole King. He plays
Wow.
for her stuff. Well, anyway, he died extremely suddenly, like within a month, just this past fall. And
Really?
yeah, and I was at the memorial and she was there, and so it was just, it's very sad. I mean, she's
That's so
grieving.
sad. Oh,
Yeah, so
poor woman. I mean, just the contribution that she has made to the world of music and songwriters, and I mean, just it's like,
I
wow,
know.
you never know, right? Like bad things happen to good people all the time.
Oh my gosh, this was just, I mean, you took your breath away. I mean, he was literally
How old
no,
was he? I mean, was he in his 50s or something? Or
I think he was in his 60s.
okay,
He
okay,
might
yeah,
have been,
you just
you know what? I think he was 70. He was
oh,
70.
okay,
He had just
okay,
turned 70 in 2025.
wow.
And I had worked with him. We did a couple things together. But yeah, I mean, that was,
Never know. I'm telling you, you never know. That's why you have to live the life that you want. I
yeah.
mean, as a parent, like it's different for parents, I think, because there's children depending on them all the time. So
Mm,
you have to live, to make sure that they had, if you have a family, it just is the way it is.
mhm,
But, like you said, when your kids are grown up and you can go back and do what your heart is pulling you to do, how
mhm.
beautiful that you're doing this and you're celebrating your voice and you're celebrating all this great music and your friends that are great musicians, and it's a great space. So let's remind everybody, Love for Sale and Kittredge, Wednesday, February 11th, which is a week from tomorrow, I believe,
Yes. Yeah.
7 p.m. And then Saturday, February 14th, which is Valentine's Day. And as Anne said, which I agree with, how wonderful you would go to a 4 p.m. show and then go out and get something to eat afterwards and still be home in time.
Right?
So, yes, to just relax, because I love that. That is perfect. Um, I love that. Sounds awesome, says Liz Goldenberg. Liz,
All right, Liz.
you would just love Anne, and Anne, you would love Liz. Liz is great. She's been my friend for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful person. Okay, so let's take a moment. Let me look at the time, and we have to do the food section of our show.
All
Now, I
right.
have all this guilt because Anne was at my home many years ago. Look at that. She bought a mug. Now that's a good person. Thank you. And those are not going to be made anymore. That's it. I have 3 left and that's it. We're
Ugh.
going in a whole other direction. So Anne was here and I cooked something. I don't remember what I cooked that night you were here. I'll have to look up the old shows, but tonight, now we do StreamYard. So although you're always welcome at my house and I love to cook. And I'm going
I'll
to
be
have a
knocking on your door.
yeah, no, you're going to be here. I'm having a musicians party in about a month or so, and you're invited.
All
And I
right.
will remind you. So,
All
what
right.
did we make tonight? Now, I used to teach on Thursday, so Tuesday was my day off to do laundry and all that stuff, and then I'd cook. But now I teach on Tuesdays, so I rush home. And what did I make? I love a good theme. So the Super Bowl was our theme, right? Um, and we have the Patriots and the Seahawks. So for the Seahawks, which is, well, that's the ocean, right? We're in the sea. So I made a delicious flounder. We have flounder here, which I marinated in garlic, white wine, truffle oil. What else did I put on it? There's this spice I love from Trader Joe's called Green Goddess. It has a bunch of great, like little green, whatever it is, like parsley and just delicious little things like that, chives. And I also put scallions in there, red peppers. What else did I have it written down? But I always try not to look, but then I forget. Dill and fennel seed. So I cooked that. Now a little Spanish rice here, little yellow rice. And here is I have to throw the theme in there, Boston baked beans for the Patriots. So
Woo!
put a little Boston baked beans right there. Now, Also for my salad, Boston lettuce for my Patriots. And then just because I'm Italian and I was in the mood, some delicious cherry tomatoes from Trader Joe's, my favorite store. And these are herb and garlic olives. They're pitted, so I just chop them up. And I'm going to put a Fini balsamic vinegar and an extra virgin olive oil in that. And that's going to be delicious. Maybe a tiny bit of truffle salt. I love truffle. And so now for Bad Bunny, our dessert dedicated to Bad Bunny. And we have a dulce de leche cake. Look at that.
That was good.
Bad Bunny cake. There it is. So that's for our Super Bowl this Sunday.
I'm a huge Patriot fan.
Are
Huge.
you? I love this, Anne.
Huge. Yep, huge.
I love you even more now.
Massachusetts.
Tell me, you went to school in Mass?
I was raised in Massachusetts. Born
in what?
Yeah. Yes.
Where did you grow up?
In Central Mass, like not too far from Worcester, between Worcester and Boston.
I know Worcester. I know Worcester very well, lady.
I went to high school in Worcester.
I can't believe it. Do you know David Foley Jr.? He's a great singer. He's in he works at Brandy's, but he also was in Funny Girl, the tour. And he was in Les Mis. He was in Phantom on tour. He's an incredible singer, very Irish tenor guy. David Foley Jr. And he's from Worcester.
Oh my gosh!
Get this, his wife, who he met when he was living in New York, they met like randomly while he was on tour. She's from Worcester too. Her dad was his high school football coach.
Oh my God.
Come on. In Worcester. Oh my God. That's so
Where did
great.
he go to school? Do you know where he went to school?
I don't. I'm going to find out though.
I went to Holy Name Central Catholic High School for my senior. That was in Worcester. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I love that. I went to St. Clement's and then I went to Stoneham High. So St. Anthony's in the North End. I grew up in the North End. Okay. And we moved to Medford right near Tufts. And I went to St. Clement's. And then I went to Stoneham High School for my last 2 years. And I was lucky because every school, maybe it's a Massachusetts thing, but every school I went to, and maybe you'll agree with me here, they tend to have very good arts programs.
Yes.
These schools.
Yes.
Like they put a lot of emphasis on the arts.
I don't know how long Massachusetts has been this, but they are the top education school in the country. I don't know how long they've been there, but I remember having a really good education. I agree
with you.
I do not think my kids got anywhere near as good an education. I really don't. Yep. I think we've gotten there's so many control freaks out there that it's just destroying what education really is doing. But when we were going to school in Massachusetts, that's all I know.
No, I agree.
Hey, Leo. Did you see that last picture I sent you?
Yep.
Stand by. He's looking for it. But I agree with you. And our education was wonderful, whether it was private school or public school. And I'm very grateful. Is this the last picture, honey?
No, that's not the one.
Oh, okay. So there's just go through that little feed, Leo.
The very last one, Leo. That one.
Oh my God. If I didn't love you before, I love you now. Oh my God. I love that.
I'm ready for Sunday.
You are ready for Sunday. I love that. Oh, how wonderful. Okay.
So I have these blue earrings on.
You have, and this is crazy. You're definitely invited to all my parties now. Now it's a shoo-in. I will have to bump people out for you at every party. Because Boston fans, number one. Oh, I love that. Okay, so Liz Goldenberg says public schools rocked when we were growing up, and I am proud public school grad Maryland. Wonderful. Maybe that was it too.
Oh, in Maryland. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah, sure it was other places. I'm sure it wasn't just Massachusetts,
No,
but
I
I
know, but
really
of
did.
course we're fond of it. So, but so number one is still Massachusetts. Number two is New Jersey. Isn't that
Really?
great? Yes. New Jersey is second in the country in education.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. And I taught in Morristown for many years. So I know that, and the parents are amazing and the kids are amazing. I love Jersey. Jersey's great.
I don't know if you know this, or have we run out of time? Oh,
No, not yet. We have time. We have about 7 minutes.
I don't know if you know this, but there's an organization called the American Songbook
Of
Association,
course.
and
Carol Montgomery.
Carol Montgomery, and I've been involved with them one way or another for several years, but most recently I have become a master teacher, and
Really?
get to go in and work with these little kids, and
Isn't it
I
the
can't
best?
tell you how rewarding it is. And sometimes my daughter comes with me because she has a fantastic voice. Um,
Really?
oh, she does. I mean, that my daughter is just. I mean, I wish I had her voice. It's just that it's so smoky and sexy. I'm like, oh
I
my gosh.
love that.
But yeah, and one of the things that Carolyn is remarkable. What
Yeah,
she
I
does,
agree. I love her.
really remarkable. Um, the one thing that I was really proud of that I had influence over was when they were initially trying to find their target schools.
Mm,
They knew that I was really involved in the school system at the time, when I was volunteering, and so I had said to them, I said, don't go for the poorest schools. Please don't go for the poorest schools, because the poorest schools already get an extra several hundred thousands of dollars from Title IX, I think it is.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it is. And that money, they get a lot of arts programming. They go to shows. They're able to provide that to the kids through the school itself. I said,
Right.
and then you've got these schools, public schools that, it's a
Somewhere in the
wealthy
middle.
PTA. Well, no, it's a wealthy
Right.
PTA,
On the other end of that. You're
and
right.
they cover all the costs through their PTA. But
Right.
there's this group in the middle that is just has a little bit too much money to get federal support, but way too little money
From the
to
parents.
provide any arts things. And so I was like, make them your target. Make
Wow,
them.
that's really an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, and I can't even tell you. I am in love with doing this. I love
Yeah. It's
going
great.
in.
Teaching is great.
Oh,
Teaching is great. I,
and
I
just exposing them,
yeah. And they
It was-
and they say things that come out of you're like, oh, okay. Like and for someone like me who didn't have kids, those were my kids, so those were my experiences. And what's your favorite grade to teach? Do you remember, or age?
So I have the most experience because I did a lot of volunteering for elementary school.
Okay.
But then I started doing some after programs for high school.
Mm.
I got to be honest with you. I don't know if I have a favorite.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
good.
I don't really think of their ages as much as their persons.
Mhm. Yeah, that's wonderful.
But the one really fun thing, which I'm sure you have to deal with a lot, is when have taught young kids and they are no longer young kids, and you might look fairly much the same, but they don't.
Yep, I know that where this is going.
Then when they see you on the street and they're like, "Oh, Mrs. Kittredge," and I'm
Yes,
like, "Who the hell are you?"
exactly. And then they have kids. They
Yes.
have kids, and you're like, or they
Oh,
find you on Facebook, and you're like, oh my God.
I know.
But I got to tell you one quick story. The best experience I ever had with that, where I ran into an old student, was my mom was still alive. So my mom passed away about 17 years ago. And at the end of her life, she was in a wheelchair. So she came to visit me in New York. And my mother was very adventurous for someone that was handicapped. So we went to, I think we were going to Ellis Island. So I have her in the wheelchair. And we're in line, and this very tall, beautiful man comes up and he says, teacher. I was like, and he says, is your name Maria? I said, yeah. He goes, it's me, Angel. And I had to hold back tears. This was a little boy that I used to take out of, I was teaching vocals at lunchtime. It was his lunchtime, but it was a different period. And I had this great vocals class. And he was a little squirrely little boy that got picked on so much. And he used to sit in the lunchroom, and I would go, Angel. And like I needed him for something. I need you right now. And he'd come out and I'd say, go in my class. Don't have to sit out here with these crazies. And he would sit in the class. He was much younger, but he just would stay there every day because I was afraid they were going to beat him up because he was a little tiny man. Well, he grew up to be this gigantic, beautiful boy. And I will never forget it because he came rushing over to me and I said, oh my God, this is my mom. This is Angel. And he hugged me and he said, I get so emotional. He goes, you were my favorite teacher and you weren't even my teacher because I just would pull him out of, and that experience, like just even talking about it was like an ocean of gratitude from the universe on both ends. It was like this exchange of energy. And Leo, I'm sure you get this because Leo teaches all different age groups. And you teach, and that's the beauty of teaching. You never know what a child feels when you're there for them, and I just I love what you said about that. And then seeing them and their kids and their adults, and you never know, like it's just beautiful.
Oh, that's an incredible story.
Yeah,
Oh my,
you reminded me of that when you said that.
And you didn't do it for that. You know what I mean?
No.
But to know that you had that kind of impact, I mean, that's a gift you give yourself. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely. It's like anything else. And I had amazing social workers in my school that also were those people for me. I could go to them or run to them if I was in crisis and just pour my heart out. And this little boy was just this little squirrely kid, and I was like, oh, he's going to get so picked on. And he was very small for his age, like very small. And I was just like, I would pretend like he was in trouble or something. Angel, get over here. And he would, I'd be like, just go in my class, get those guys, and he would just sit there and like color or draw, whatever he was doing. And we would be playing music and I'd give him a lyric sheet if he wanted to sing along. But the kids were like 4 or 5 years older than him. So it was just a great story.
Were they good to him?
What's that?
Were they good to him?
Yes, they were very sweet to him.
Mm-hmm.
Very sweet. Yeah, but just, how boys are. They, they're rough and tumble. But anyway, okay. So another reminder, if you just popped on, this is Ann Kittredge. She's our friend. She's an amazing singer. She's an amazing presence on stage. She's beautiful and sweet and connected to what she does. And her show is Wednesday, September 11th at 7 p.m.
February.
Thank you. Oh, my God. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. And Saturday, February 14th at 4 p.m. Both shows are at Don't Tell Mamas, which I will remind people, cash only. So they don't take credit cards. Make sure that you have cash on you or you stop at the ATM, or the Italians, we always have cash. But everybody else, get your money,
Yeah.
And go see Ann, and you're going to have a wonderful time. If you're a MAC member, the cover is $25, but if you're a MAC member, she is extending a $10 cover. If you can't come up with that, call me and I will lend it to you. Jesus. Wow. And she's a Patriots fan like me. I'm beside myself, Ann. I'm beside myself with the Massachusetts connection.
And she's a Sagittarian like me, so there.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God.
Leo.
Yes, we have bonded.
We certainly have. I love that. I love Sagittarius. Leo, forget about it. When's your birthday, Ann?
November 29th.
Okay, you're at the
Ooh,
November.
yep,
He's the December 3rd, right,
yep.
Leo?
So we're that
Oh,
early.
third, right, real close to each other.
We're
Yeah.
early Sages. Then you know that there's so much about like the early Sages, and then there's a little bit of the middle Sages, and then the end Sages, and the difference in how we manage our fire, shall I say?
Oh,
You know how I know that? Because my husband is a Sag and he's December 21st.
oh, that's on the cusp of
Right? Well, not big difference.
Capricorn.
Yeah.
Wow, that's intense. Yeah,
Mhm.
Capricorn, that Sag Capricorn
He's not
line is intense.
but he's not Capricorn though. He's
No,
Sag.
no, but it's right. It's
Yeah, I
hanging
know.
out.
I
The
know.
light is coming in. I love
That means
that.
Anne and I still have remnants of Scorpio that probably blends into our tempers when we.
Absolutely. Lynn Portis is a Scorpio. Okay, so Anne, I always ask my guests if they wouldn't mind leaving our listeners with some words of inspiration. This is a show for creative people of all types. And we all, as creatives, sometimes either feel discouraged, feel alone, feel like I don't really feel like doing anything. How do we stay creative? How do we stay in the light when we don't feel like it?
You know, I so firmly believe this. It's such a hard thing to hear from someone. It's really got to be experiential. So I don't know how beneficial it's going to be for me to say this, but the less you feed your life experiences, the less you have to give to your art. And, you know, sometimes we can get so tunnel visioned about, I want to really say, I want to have, get my coachings and getting my voice lessons and all those different things. What you also need to do is get out and have experiences and take a class in something that, seems to be completely disconnected from theater or whatever your art form is. I think the broader your experience is, the richer your creative output is.
Wow.
And I think that in the course of all those experiences, you also deal with feeling like sometimes you made a mistake or you did something bad or you did something stupid, and then there comes shame and all these different things. And I want to say about that shame and bad experiences, oh my gosh, they are like the jewels of your life on stage or performance. They are the jewels. And so, just, don't deny yourself any component of what happens when you experience life.
Wow, that's amazing. Nobody's ever said that.
Oh, really?
No, that's an original statement by Anne Kittredge, ladies and gentlemen. Anne, I love you to death. You're fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me and Leo.
Here's the laugh track.
I know. Well, he's got tricks up his sleeve, this little rascally Sagittarius.
I love it.
Oh my God. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, our guest tonight was Anne Kittredge. She is just phenomenal. We love her. And I can't thank you enough for it. And now you and Leo are forever connected.
That's right. And
you and I, forget about it. So this Sunday, I'll be thinking of you.
Me too.
And have a wonderful time. Love to your family. And everybody go see Anne. You can't, come on. There's 2 shows, the 11th and the 14th. How can you go wrong? And we love you, Anne, and we appreciate that you took the time. And we'll see you again soon.
All right.
Okay, honey.
All
Good
right.
night, everybody. Thank you, Leo. Leo's the best.
Bye. Bye, Leo.